What's up guys, Ruppy here, and I've got a very special battle for you today. So this is actually my battle this week for the Ion Pokemon League. But this isn't just any ordinary battle. No, this one's a little bit different. You see, my battle this week for the Ion Pokemon League, the main league, not the Grand Pokemon League, the main league format, is a guy by the name of Teslamouse. If his name sounds a bit familiar to you, that is because he is also a member of the National Pokemon Association, which is one of the current draft format leagues on YouTube. So, with that in mind, and the fact that I feel like I've been doing pretty well as far as draft format is concerned so far, I figured, since I've got format choice this week, I would not only go singles, but I also threw out the extra little twist to him if he wanted to do a bit of a friendly interleague game. My Olivine Beacons representing the Grand Pokemon League against his Houston Raichus representing the National Pokemon Association. And he had no problem with that. So we're going to get connected here in a few moments in battle, but I'm going to bring up the team matchup right now. He has a bit of a scary team. Now, I also want to point something out here. I'm going to point out a few differences in the rules to basically clarify make some things fair because of the differences between our two leagues. First of all, he does have 11 Pokemon and I have 10. I am aware of this. That said, I did not have a problem with basically being down a Pokemon, just so I didn't feel like it was fair for him to have to drop something or me to have to add something that's not part of my actual team. Beyond that, there is the rule where the NPA teams, since they follow GBA format, have to have a Team Mega, where mine does not. So that said, you might notice the little asterisk next to Aggron. Since, aside from my game for this past week that I played yesterday, as of when I'm recording this, I have only used Mega Aggron as basically out of my Mega options. I decided I would go ahead and declare Aggron as my official Team Mega to make things fair. We also agreed to, even though I think just because it's second nature to me now, we also agreed not to really follow the league's item clause, well, the Ion Pokemon League's item clause for this game, simply to make it a little more NPA-like, even though I think my team build ended up being kind of just following that rule anyway, just because, yeah, I think that's kind of just how it ended up. So, he has a pretty scary team, as you can see. A lot of threats that I have faced before, and had a few problems with, but I think I have come prepared for what he is bringing to the table. So, let's go ahead and run down my team really quick. Starting off with our team captain, Victini, finally making his return. And I gave this one a name, Vini Vidi Vici, which is what I would affectionately call Victini anyway in this situation. Running an expert belt set and also running I'm running the full sub special set, but I've tweaked it a bit from the last time I used this. Sub, Blue Flare, Energy Ball, and Shadow Ball. Just to basically try to hit a few things. Energy Ball is really only for Swampert, and I guess to some extent his Rotom Wash as well. Shadow Ball is there really just for Latias, I think, because Shadow Ball actually does more than Glaciate, even though the speed drop would be nice. That Latias could be a problem to my team. I'm predicting him to bring Mega Scizor, Thundurus Incarnate, Latias, Rotom Wash, Typhlosion, and probably Klefki. I think I'm on the fence between whether we would bring Klefki or Primeape. He might bring Swampert as well. He can swap out a couple of his options here. Next up, Scar the Sharpedo. Back to regular Scar this time around. Running a Focus Sash because Focus Sash Sharpedo just seems to work so well. Protect, Crunch, Waterfall, and Ice Fang. Pretty standard set. Same as Mega Scar, I guess I brought this past week for my game with the Pirate Raiders. Bramble the Tangrowth is coming back. Assault vested with Regenerator, obviously. I'm running a bit more of an offensive set this time around. I've got Leaf Storm, Knockoff, Hidden Power Fire, and Earthquake. I wanted to run Giga Drain, but honestly, Leaf Storm hits so much harder, and I want to try and take a bit of a more offensive approach to this game to basically try to take care of a few key threats, namely Rotom Watch, which could cause me some problems, and Hidden Power Fire is for if Bramble ends up going head-to-head against Scizor. So that resolves that issue. Don't tell me I lose my voice already. Tough Toss the Donphan! Leftovers with Sturdy, obviously, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and Rock Slide. I debated whether I should go Ice Shard or Rock Slide, and ultimately I decided Rock Slide because I think I've got enough answers on my team for Latias, but Ice Shard, Rock Slide honestly does more than Ice Shard to Thundurus, and Tough Toss may very well be my Thundurus switch-in. Donphan and Tangrowth both. That Thundurus could be a very big problem if I do not handle it correctly, especially since I have no idea what kind of set he could bring, because I feel like he might bring the Prankster Thunderwave set, but for all I know, I could be wrong. He has run a few more creative sets for his team. Duranium the Mega Aggron. If I'm going to declare my team Mega for this game, I might as well bring it, right? Going full offensive here as far as attacking is concerned, even though I am basically running, I think it's max HP, 240 special defense EVs, and 16 defense EVs. Though, honestly, after Mega Evolves, this thing is going to be a pain in the ass to take down anyway. Avalanche, Earthquake, Fire Punch, and Heavy Slam gives me a very... Honestly, Duranium might be my key to winning this game, depending on what he brings. Simply because of the fact that this coverage alone handles a huge portion of his team. And I know Duranium has the bulk to be able to take the hits. Typhlosion might be a bit of an issue. If he's running Scarf Eruption, which he's prone to do if he does bring Typhlosion, then I basically need to get that thing worn down so Eruption is not doing as much. I think I might be able to tank a Fire Blast if he's running Scarf over Specs, but realistically, I want to try to deduce his sets as early as possible. And last but not least, I had to bring it. Ultra Mega the Yanmega, and I'm once again trying to use this Choice Specs Tinted Lens set. Somehow, someway. Air Slash, Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, and U-Turn is the set I'm going with. I think that pretty well covers a good chunk of his team. I know, speed-wise, I might have a bit of trouble with running Tinted Lens over Speed Boost, but honestly, I get some of his faster stuff out of the way. Choice Specs Tinted Lens Yanmega is going to put in a lot of work against him. Alright, so I'm going to try to get connected to Teslamouse here, and we are going to see how this game plays out, as I proceed to try my hand draft format-wise against one of the YouTube players. Hopefully it goes well for me, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. Alright guys, Teslamouse and I are about ready to battle, and I apologize for the mic issue in my intro. Apparently Audacity decided to select a different mic than my Blue Yeti, so that's kind of annoying. I'll see what I can do. Hopefully it doesn't sound that bad. I'll have to listen back to it in post. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started here, and let's see if he brought what I thought he would bring. Survey says he brought almost exactly what I thought he would. Alright, so we have Thundurus Incarnate, we have Rotom Wash, the Mega Scizor, Klefki, Latias, and Typhlosion. Alrighty. So he brought just about exactly what I thought he would bring, which in some ways I'm pleased with this, and in some ways I am not. Alright, so what do I think he would lead with? I feel like a possible lead for him would either be Rotom Wash, Klefki, or maybe Latias. And honestly, in all three scenarios, I feel comfortable leading with Bramble. There's a possibility he might lead with the Thundurus right out of the gate, but Bramble is Assault Vested, and I think it should be able to handle that. Alright, so here we go, guys. Special interleague matchup for you guys. A little friendly scrimmage between my Olivine Beacons and Teslamouse's Houston Raichus. GPL versus NPA.
I'm going to lead off with Bramble, and he is going to lead off with Wash Gang, the Rotom Wash. Alright, so right out of the gate, now, right out of the gate, I find myself in a good position. The question becomes, how defensive is this Rotom Wash? Is the question here. Make sure I'm getting everything in for damage calcs. Because if this is a physically defensive Rotom, if he keeps this thing in, a Leaf Storm will OHKO this thing. If it is a more specially defensive variant, I think Leaf Blade still can, or at least on. Now, would he switch though is the question. There is a possibility he might. But you know what? I'm gonna Leaf Storm right out of the gate. He Volt Switches. Okay, I probably should have seen that coming. Not gonna lie, that one's my bad. So, I'm predicting either Scizor or Klefki right now. Latias, I don't think would... Route 99, that is in fact the Mega Scizor. Alright, so... This Leaf Storm is going to go off and is not going to do a whole hell of a lot. But now I am at -2. So... That said... honestly, I think my play to make here... Well, here's a good question. Would he have Superpower? There is a very realistic chance he packs Superpower. He might try to Swords Dance here. This is a bit of an iffy situation for me. I think I am going to go into Tough Tusks. Because Tough Tusk seems like a neutral play, because if he has Superpower, I don't want to send Aggron in right now un-Mega Evolve. I know it's possible he's going to Swords Dance as he goes ahead and Mega Evolves, but I don't want to risk losing Aggron right out of the gate. I want to see what this thing is going to do. And he's just going to straight up go for a Bug Bite, which is fine with me. Now, I don't know... Okay, so all I know for sure is he's Bug Bite. There is a possibility he has Swords Dance. I'm pretty sure he's got Bullet Punch. So the question now becomes, what else does he carry? I'm going to go ahead and get my Stealth Rock set up, as he's going to switch out. Well, he's got Latias. And here comes Rotom Wash. I don't know if he was expecting to try to dodge the Earthquake, but... Okay, now, here's an interesting scenario. I died to a Hydro Pump. But, I know Bramble can take it. It's just, well, let me think for a moment here. If he goes back into Scizor, I'm gonna go back out into Bramble. I don't think, even if he Volt Switches on me, I don't think a Bug Bite will do anything to Bramble. It shouldn't. He's gonna Will-O-Wisp! Okay. That puts a bit of a dent in my plans. Now, last time he Volt Switched out... Shut up, phone going off in the distance. Last time he Volt Switched into Mega Scizor. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. I'm going to HP Fire, expecting him to do the same thing. So, there's the Volt Switch. I'm going to take that, because I'm Assault Vested. Now, come on. Show me the Mega Scizor. Show me the Mega Scizor. Latias. Ugh. So, this is going to reveal to him that I've got Hidden Power Fire, which I really don't appreciate that. He has that knowledge now. Alright, this is a bit iffy. I think he's gonna defog here. Try to get rid of those rocks. So I'm just gonna straight up knock off. He is gonna go for defog. This knockoff isn't gonna do too much because of the burn and because I don't really have any attack investment. But that throws a decent chunk. And there goes the life orbed Latias. Alrighty. That is good knowledge to have, as I can remove that. That said, I want to get Bramble out of here. And the play that looks the best to me right this second... this is a toughie. I don't think he's going to Side Shack. He's probably going to Draco. He's either going to switch or he's going to Draco. To be perfectly honest, I think I'm going to go into Uranium so Bramble can get Regenerator off. I do not want Tough Tusk taking a Draco Meteor. So here comes Duranium. He is going to Draco. Alright. So I should be able to take this relatively well. Yeah, I eat that up pretty nicely. Alright, so with no Life Orb and the fact that he's now -2 special attack, he's going to switch. The question is, into what? He's got a number of options here. He could go into Rotom Wash. I feel like he might even go into he might possibly go into well, no. I don't think he'd make that risk. Let me check something here. Typhlosion. I mean, Typhlosion can't really... I think my play to make here is... I'm gonna go for Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam seems like the best neutral option here. I know he's gonna switch. The question is into what. He is gonna switch into the Rotom Wash. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve. Heavy Slam is unfortunately not gonna do too much to this thing. Okay. Still damage. Yep, you are physically defensive. Okay, what is my play here? I do not want this thing getting burned. That I know for sure. It might seem kind of obvious, but I think I'm going to go back into Bramble. Bramble, I mean, it's kind of an obvious switch, but at the same time, I'm going to switch right back out and get Regenerator if he's just going to straight up Bull Switch. Fine with me. Alright, so depending on what he brings in, will determine Hot Pot. He's gonna go for the Typhlosion. And now I'm in a bit of a pickle. Because even Assault Vested, Tangrowth does not want to contend with this thing at all. I need this thing worn down if the Uranium's gonna do anything. Oh, this is a bit iffy. I would have loved to have Stealth Rocks up, but... Okay, Bramble is basically my core switch in right now to Rotom Wash. At least until I can take that thing out. I mean... Honestly, he does not... Well, he's probably got a Spike Setter and Klefki, but he doesn't really have... This is a toughie. I kind of hate to do it, but I think I'm going to sack off Tough Tusks. I think I'm going to need Bramble. Bramble is too valuable for that to deal with Rotom Wash, and I got answers to some other things. So there's the Eruption. Tough Tusk is not going to be able to take... Nope, not going to be able to take it. But, I have a plan now. Do I? I think I do. Yeah. Scar is my play to make here. Its Focus Sash is still intact. I know he's choosing someone. He might predict the Protect. But yeah, he might expect me to Protect, looking to try to get a speed boost off. Which, let me see, if he's Scarfed, he outspeeds me anyway. Yeah, I would need 2 speed boosts to match him. I am gonna Protect. He's gonna switch, I figured as much. But survey says Rotom Wash. Okay, so I think I see his game here. I probably should have just straight up attacked, looking back on it. Do I... Well, he's got priority in Scizor. I really don't want to take that risk. I'm just going to go back into Bramble. He's probably just going to Volt Switch on me, and I honestly do not care. Show me the Volt. Yep, there's the Volt Switch. And... Alright, this Rotom Wash Typhlosion combo is starting to become a problem for me. I'm half expecting Typhlosion to come right back out here. It would not surprise me in the slightest. Yep, there it is. Now, the question becomes... I do not like the idea of sacking things off to this thing. Because I can almost guarantee this thing is Scarfed. And you know, looking back on it, I really don't think I had a reason. I don't think I had any reason whatsoever to... Well, here's the problem. Victini can take an Eruption. It really doesn't have a whole lot it can dish back out to it, though. I don't want to make this play, but I think I'm just gonna knock off. He can go. I really don't want to. I didn't really like the idea of sacking Bramble off, but even Assault Vested, yeah, and a crit that didn't matter in the slightest. So now we come to the interesting. All right, I have a feeling I know what his switch in is. If I bring in Scar, he's gonna switch right back out to Rotom Wash. I need to get damage off on this thing somehow. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Victini. I have a plan. I'm just gonna go ahead and set up a sub. If he stays in looking to just keep firing off eruptions, that is fine with me. Because Vinny Vidi Vici should be able to take them. I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I don't have... I mean, just that base 100 special defense alone and the fact it's resisted, he's going to withdraw. So, I think this is where I can... And there's Rotom Wash. I think this is where I can start turning the momentum back in my favor now. Because I'm going to get behind a Substitute. Which... And I am Expert Belt, I am modest. And I'm just going to fire off an Energy Ball. And I outspeed. That is lovely information to know. Because this Rotom Wash is... He's going to Volt Switch on me. Is that going to be enough to break my sub? It is. Which... Alright. My sub is gone. That's a bit of an issue. I would have preferred to have kept it. But his answer here... Key to my heart. So, I see where this is going. He's gonna try and paralyze something. And I am not playing that game. I am not looking to... I do not want Victini taking the Thunder Wave. I am going to... I know it's not Scarf, and it's not... I mean, it's running max speed, but it's not pulse speed nature. Get my work myself here. But still, I'm gonna need Victini's speed. Alright. I just need to calm down. I can still come back and take this. I've lost 2 of my walls, but I still have the uranium. And to be perfectly honest, I think Duranium is a good answer here. Because he can Thunder Wave me, and that's fine. That would be perfectly fine. I would think Thunder... It's taking a while to select. I would think Thunder Wave might be his play to make. I mean... Alternatively, he could try to set up screens, but he doesn't know. The Energy Ball might have tipped him off for the fact that I'm fully special, but all he's seen so far is Sub and Energy Ball. He might set up screens, he might try to set up some spikes, which might be a bit of a problem. I think he's gonna Thunder Wave, though. Let's see if I'm right. I'm gonna go into the Uranium. Survey says he's gonna set up a light screen. Which, you know what? I'm alright with that, actually. So, he's got a light screen up. He's probably going to set up a Protect, too. I'm just going to go ahead and Earthquake. It's not going to... I mean, if he doesn't set up a screen, that's fine. He's got a few options here. He could switch into Rotom Wash. I think he's going to stay in and try to set up the Reflect. And I'm going to need to burn these turns. Alright. I know I can do this. I just need to think a little more. Klefki is just sitting there. Okay, without a Reflect, this Earthquake will do a lot. With a Reflect, it'll do roughly maybe. It won't do half. It'll do maybe like a third. I'm thinking. I mean, I have no offensive investment, but Mega Aggron still hits pretty hard. He's going to straight up withdraw. So now the answer is into what? Into Rotom Wash. Okay. So there is no Reflect. So I really don't have anything I can hit this thing with. The problem is, I'm running out of things to switch into this stupid thing. Now, here's an interesting question. What does he do? A burn Mega Aggron is a problem for me. But at the same time, I don't want to switch in Victini and have him catch me with a Hydro Pump. All he's shown me so far is Volt Switch and Will-O-Wisp. Alternatively, he might actually Pain Split, which would be kind of bad. Alright. I think I'm just gonna go for an Avalanche. He's gonna Volt Switch out. Alright, so this is actually good. I don't care what he goes into. If he goes into Typhlosion, I can at least mitigate some of the Eruption. Route 99, the Mega Scizor. And that is fine with me. I mean, Avalanche isn't really going to do a whole lot. But oh, that's a crit. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for that. Oh. But I'm going to straight up Fire Punch now. Do you carry Superpower? Well, even still, I don't think... He shouldn't be able to take me out now that I'm Mega Evolved. This thing should not be able to do anything to me. He's gonna Swords Dance. Got him! Fare thee well, Mega Scizor. It was nice knowing you. Oh, I needed that. Whew. I needed that so bad. Alright, so here comes Hot Pocket again. This thing is starting to become a real problem. An Eruption should definitely take me out. Well, Do I... Because with less damage... No, I would need quite a bit of damage off on this thing, is the problem. But I'm getting tired of sacking things off to this... Okay. So, Victini is roughly at 75%. I'm gonna make that play. I'm gonna go into Vinny Vitty Vici. Because I should be able to still live. Phone, I hear you going off, and I do not care. Alright, his light screen is gone, which is awesome. I'm now roughly 38%. Ooh. Okay, now we might have a bit of a problem. Is this thing specs, actually? This thing might actually be specs now that I think about it. I'm just gonna straight up Shadow Ball. Okay, he's gonna over another eruption. Vinny Vitty Vici, can you take this? Lives on 1! Oh my god, okay. Vinny Vitty Vici. Living on 1, but unfortunately... I think this is where I'm gonna have to let you go, my friend. Okay. I have some decisions to make now. This thing may or may not be Scarfed. It does outspeed Victini, but I'm gonna go into Scar now. And I am going to make a play here. I just want to double check something really quick, just to be on the safe side. My Focus Sash is still intact. So, this thing is about at roughly, I'd say maybe 65%-ish or so. I think he's gonna switch. And you know what? I'm gonna crunch. I'm not gonna bother protecting. I'm gonna crunch. I think he's gonna go into Rotom Wash here. I'm thinking he goes into Key to My Heart. Okay. So this crunch is actually not gonna do anything. I would have been better off. Ooh. So he's leftovers, actually. That's good to know. Let me think for a moment here. I'm gonna switch into Uranium. I cannot afford Scar to get Thunder Wave at all. I know that Typhlosion is still a problem. I know his Rotom Wash is still lingering around. There's the Thunder Wave. He hasn't even brought in Thundurus yet. That's the part that worries me the most right now. That Thundurus has not hit the field yet, and I haven't seen Latias for a while. So, we are in okay, I'm in a bit of a bind here. It is still possible for me to pull this out. I'm just gonna Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam seems like the best. He's gonna go ahead and set up a Reflect. Fair enough. Or I'm just gonna get fully paralyzed. That works too, I guess. So, with the Reflect up now, would he risk going into Typhlosion? Honestly, I think he's more likely to just go into Rotom Wash. I'm just gonna try Heavy Slamming again. I know it won't do too much to the Typhlosion if it comes in. It's Rotom Wash. And that's 2 turns in a row. Alright. Alright. We're fine here. If I can somehow get rid of this Rotom Wash, then I think I'm in a good position. The problem is, I need this thing gone. He's gonna Volt Switch, and he's probably gonna go into Typhlosion. I probably shouldn't have decided to go for Avalanche there. But damage is damage at this point. This... Nope, he goes into Klefki. Interesting play there. Okay, now the mind games are real. So, this is like the third turn of Reflect. I'm just gonna Earthquake. He foul plays! Which is not gonna be enough to take me out. I'm gonna at least get this Earthquake off, so that's damage on Klefki. Very necessary damage at that. Alright. So this Klefki is probably going to end up taking out Mega Aggron. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to let it go down. So I am in a bit of a bind here. This is not a good game. This is a rough game for me. Well, welcome to the big leagues, right? Okay. So, Scar Ultra Mega. This thing is Prankster. It's going to paralyze one of them. Honestly, Ultra Mega doesn't have Speed Boost. I think I'm going to go into Ultra Mega. And thanks to Tinted Lens, I'm just going to Air Slash. He's going to go with a Light Screen. I'm not surprised at that. I'm still going to Air Slash, though. Oh, you... Alright, this Klefki is now... So, I thought I had a game plan, and then it got turned on its head. Which... It happens. I mean, that's what happens in the game of Pokemon. Go ahead and Thunder Wave me. I mean, this thing is not speed boosting. That should have been the tip off that I'm Tinted Lens at this point. But even still, even through the Light Screen, I'm burning turns a Light Screen, which is a big plus right now. So, does he stay in here? No, he's gonna switch into Thundurus. About time this thing hit the field. And that still did a pretty nice chunk even through the Light Screen. But I'm afraid all good things must come to an end. Thunderbolt's gonna take out Ultra Mega. So my last hope now is Sharpedo. My Focus Sash is still intact. That's the only bright spot to this. But I have quite a mountain I'm gonna need to climb here, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to happen. I'm gonna Ice Fang this thing. So he's gonna Thunderbolt. Take me down to my... Well, you know, now that I think about it, I probably should have just protected because... Oh no, Mega Scizor is gone. So that's gonna take out... Okay. There is a very slim chance. A very slim chance. The problem is, I think Klefki's gonna come in now and set up a Reflect, and that's gonna be the end of that. Or alternatively, he's just gonna straight up paralyze me. I'm just gonna Waterfall at this point. There's the T-Wave. Okay. So I am Thunder Wave, but I'm gonna be up to +2 speed after this turn. This Waterfall, though, is gonna be enough to take out the Klefki. So, Klefki is gone, Thundurus is gone. Unfortunately, I think this is where Typhlosion... No, he's just gonna go into Rotom Wash. Ugh. Which I don't think I can take out from this range if he's a physical set, so I'm just gonna crunch and just call it a game. Good game, Teslamouse! I thought I gave you quite a challenge, but... Draft League format-wise, I still have a ways to go. Without a doubt. But even still, I will take this loss with pride. My Olivine Beacons have finally tasted defeat, even though it's not going to count for my GPL record. But now I know that I have a lot of work to do going forward, and I will definitely be sure to put forth a much better effort next time. So, with that said, congratulations Teslamouse on the win. Thank you guys so very much for watching my attempt at seeing where I stack up against one of the better battlers of a YouTube draft format game, or draft format league. I've been Ruppy, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.